Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys see by the title, we got two really good football players we're going to be talking about in today's video. Talking about Jordan Davis and if the Vikings could actually be taking him at number 12 overall. And then Justin Jefferson, what his MVP chances, his MVP odds are actually looking like. I think they're a lot better than a lot of people may think. And I really think if you had $10 to go throw on an MVP odds right now, throwing it on Justin Jefferson would not be a bad idea. But first, we're going to be talking about Jordan Davis and the impact he could have on the Vikings if they choose to draft him at number 12 overall. Let's get into it right now. All right, so Jordan Davis, the big old nose tackle from Georgia. If you guys don't know him, he was in, I think this sums up what he does and who he's about really well. He was in the Heisman conversation for a little bit with 0 sacks as a defensive lineman. Pretty much to sum it up, he is the best run stuffer coming out of the draft that we have seen over the past 10 seasons. He is absolutely phenomenal in the run. Jordan Davis, he's 6'3", 341, and on my notes right here, I have written down GMO. He's a genetically modified organism. He is a freak. If you throw on his combine highlights, the way he moves, it doesn't make sense. He's 6'3", 340 pounds, and you look at him, he's just a mammoth of a human being, and he would be ideal at the nose tech position. And it's funny, when I was making this video, I was thinking, well, which defenses he would work really well in, like 3-4, 4-3, and I was thinking about it. He would actually be perfect for Mike Zimmer's defense. Like, I'm just letting you know, if Mike Zimmer was the head coach and we were selecting at 12, I promise you we would be taking Jordan Davis because he just fits the Zimmer scheme. I mean, he's the guy you put in the middle of the defensive line or put in the middle, right over the center, right over the guard. Doesn't really matter. You're going to have to block him with 2 guys. Like, just plain and simple. You have to block him with 2 guys just because of his size. And also, his bull rush moves are way better than you may think. You know, the analysis on him right now is, you know, he's very good in the run. He's this big mammoth of a human being. Obviously, he's going to be good, but he doesn't have any moves. That's where I kind of disagree with a lot of the analysis on, you know, NFL Network kind of putting this guy down because he was supposed to be a top 10 pick, this, you know, GMO type of guy, and then he's really fallen down draft boards, mainly because people don't think he'll be able to get to the quarterback at the next level. And I get it. The quarterbacks in NFL now, way more mobile. It's going to be tough for him to get interior pressure and go and get a sack. But I'm saying with the Vikings and where he could be really successful, he does have a very good bull rush move. You know, people forget about that. A bull rush, just him taking the center and throwing him into the quarterback's lap. And with where the NFL is going nowadays, with centers and guards getting smaller because teams like running more outside zone running scheme, and having him in the middle, he's going to cause problems. And we can just think about this logically. Let's just say it's 3rd down. He's in the game. Normally he's a 1st and 2nd down player. It's a passing down. Jordan Davis gets incredible pressure up the middle. He doesn't get the sack, but he puts the center into the quarterback's chest. We've all seen what this looks like with Kenny Clark doing this to Garrett Bradbury 2 times a year for the past 3 years. And then could you imagine Danielle Hunter and Za'Darius Smith meeting at the quarterback? That would be my argument to taking Jordan Davis, is that this would just pretty much take our D-line and max it out. And I think Kwesi, for some reason, I feel like he's gonna shock us. I don't think it's gonna be a corner. I just have this feeling it's gonna be a guy like Kyle Hamilton or Jordan Davis. Maybe it's just my gut. I think Kwesi is gonna try to make this not splash move, but a shocker to the fans where we talk about it and it's gonna end up working out. But Jordan Davis, he's this big old dude. You could put him in the middle. His conditioning is one thing people question, but you also gotta think about this. This is a college kid at the University of Georgia. I mean, it's not like this is his like NFL professional career. I'm just saying if he gets into the right system, the right nutritionist, I think his conditioning will obviously improve as he grows up, as he becomes more mature, because it could just be one of those things he didn't really put a lot of effort into it maybe. And now once he's in the NFL trying to get that next contract, he will. Jordan Davis, on my big draft, or my Minnesota Vikings big board, he's about 6th or 7th on guys I'd like them to draft. All right, really quickly, we're going to talk about Justin Jefferson's MVP odds. Because I was thinking about this. I was just looking at the MVP odds for on DraftKings, and I was just looking at who would be a good guy just to sprinkle $10 on. I was trying to not be biased. I'm serious. But Justin Jefferson, I think, is the best bet. And I think if you look at what Cooper Kupp did last year under the same offense that the Vikings will be running, obviously there will be tweaks to it because it's officially Kevin O'Connell's. But if Jefferson goes for 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns, the Vikings are 12-4 or 12-5. He'll be in there for MVP. Like, he'll be in the conversation. And I think it's a lot of it has to do with, I don't think Kirk, just because of how he is in the media and just the media hates him, they just don't think he's a good quarterback. I just think all the attention and all the praise would go on to Jefferson. Everybody loves Jefferson. I mean, everybody thinks, which he is. He's a great receiver. I'm not saying like he shouldn't get this attention, but I'm just saying in the media, they'll put the praise on him instead of Kirk. They'll say he's the reason they're winning. So that's why I think if the Vikings, if they're winning games down the stretch and he's a big reason why, I think if anybody on the Minnesota Vikings would win an MVP this year, it would be him. I know Kirk has way better odds than Jefferson. I just can't see the media actually stomaching giving the MVP to Kirk Cousins after them just ridiculing him for the past 5 years. I just can't see it happening. So if there is a Vikings player, if we somehow pop off this season, we're first in the NFC, we're sitting at 14-3, Jefferson's the guy who's going to win MVP on this team, especially, I mean, if he gets 1,700 yards, which is only 100 more than he had last year under Zimmer's Stone Age mind. I'm telling you, I think it's possible. Throw some money on Justin Jefferson, win the MVP. Throw $5 doesn't matter. See you guys next time. Skol Vikes.